Browns Falls in bad weather. This will be my third attempt. I tried twice in December. This time I don't have a bad knee, and there are no roadworks blocking me getting in from the road there, as there were last time. So third time lucky, here we go. See, the recent rains have turned this creek from a trickle into quite a torrent. I hope I can cross it, because further up there I'm going to have to cross it. I brought my walking stick. I don't have a bad knee, so if I can possibly do this, I'm going to do it. I was wondering where the smell was coming from. It's a dead wallaby. Okay, I've got to cross this. I'm going to get wet feet. There is no way to do this while keeping your feet dry. As you can see, it's totally under. I'm having to follow the precipice. This is quite frightening. See how the stick gives way on this, and down the precipice. So it's very slippery, and I don't want to be falling down there. That stick will not give me any purchase. Here's where I just crossed. I followed that precipice along. So that's where I walk, and that's where I'm going to have to walk back when I return. Wait for me, dogs, wait for me. Now the track continues up this way by the looks of it. The rocks are full of moss and lichen. Yeah, whoops, very slippery. Yeah, this walk is not for those who want to do it comfortably. There is no comfortable way. I'm not sure where the track is now. If it's on that side, I've got to cross yet another precipice, or can I get to it by staying on this side? Here's where I've got to go. Did I mention we're in forest, rainforest? And did I mention it's raining? Ow, and I think I did say my feet are wet, didn't I? Alright, this is higher than waist high. I've got to put the camera down and actually climb up this. Now we're going across these rocks. This is fun, isn't it? It would be more fun if I'd had someone to walk with. Doing it on my own it was a bit worrying in case I fell and broke my ankle. Now look, there's the path on the other side. It does keep changing, doesn't it? So I've got to cross the creek there on that precipice after getting over this branch. Using the stick to gauge how deep this is. If there's a crack in the rocks or a break in the rocks, it might go down 3 or 4 feet. Oh no, this is very fast moving water. I can feel the drag on my feet. Okay, here's the track back on the other side of the creek again. And once again, the track peters out. I wonder if following the creek bank is a good idea. I wonder if there's a better way up there. Yeah, this is much better. Don't have to keep crossing and recrossing that overflowing creek. Okay, if anyone on YouTube is watching this and thinking of doing it, don't follow the creek bed. Stay a bit higher than the creek, and there is a track from where previous people have got sick of following the creek and have walked up here and actually made a bit of a track. As you can see, the canopy is pretty thick. So this is insurmountable, but by following the track, which now is muddy, you can see how what they've done, they've gone between these two branches, fallen branches, having got up the mud. That is less than 3 foot, that gap. And this mud is slippery. Okay, we're coming across here. See, it's not just coming across here, it's this thing up above me, this trunk there, and this trunk here I'm having to cross. Oh. Hopefully now we'll go on with this track. That little gap with the mud on both sides of the climb through just took me about 5 minutes. It was about 10 yards, say 5 yards this side, 5 yards that side. It took about 5 minutes to get through. And a lot of that was hands and knees stuff. So I had to put the camera away. Needless to say, my boots are now full of mud on the soles. So this trunk has a break here through which I'll get through, and then it goes at a 45-degree angle down that way. I've actually got to get through this little gap here too, which is about a foot. See, that tree has formed a natural dam. So to get up there and around these rocks needs more mud climbing. This is much more direct, even though it's right on the edge of the precipice. Yes. Yes, a fair fall down there, and my foot is right on the edge of it. So it's every step I take is three. There's 1 foot, then there's the stick, then there's the other foot. For each step, each yard I take, I have to plonk down 3 things. It's the only safe way to do it. See these little clefts in the rocks? They're great places for footholds, but they're also great places to break your ankle in if you fall. No choice but to follow the mud track. Often hands and knees, using the stick, both feet and both hands. And when it happens to give way on you like this one did, because it's a vine, not a branch, you can get into trouble. Yeah, that won't do it. Time to turn off the camera and use all 4 hands, knees and bumps a daisy. There's the edge. Here's the rock. I have about a 1 foot path. No, there's not even enough room for 2 feet together. I don't want to fall into that water. Now I've got to scramble up these rocks. I'm not sure if there's a path on the other side, across that precipice, or across those rocks, or if there's a path further up there. I'm going to try further up here first. I'll climb up and see if there's a path up there. Look at these amazing fungi. I just got a very nasty fright. This rock here was there, and I grabbed it to get up here, and it gave way and went down there, and went right across my leg and foot. Right across without touching it, and ended up there. How lucky can one get? This journey should not be done on your own, folks. You should have someone with you. Now I'm finding out. It's cool, it's drizzling, there's not a drop of sun coming through, and yet the sweat is pouring off me from the effort of getting here. But I think I'm almost here. Can't see a lot yet, but I can sure hear, whoops. See, this is the problem when things give way like that, just as you're grabbing onto them. And you see, this is what can happen to the stick with these vines. You can't move it, you've got to actually draw it right up, free it, and then keep going. if you try and move it, it's like trying to move forward while your leg is caught in vines. You just trip over. Like that. I'm talking about it and it happens. Goodness. And again, there's so many vines